A viewer actually contacted me recently and said she's actually going to be going to the same college that I attended in India, a couple of years back now for me, and she wanted me to talk on my experiences. Now, I think she wanted me to talk more specifically on that particular college, but just for the sake of others watching, I'm just going to be speaking more generally about college life in general, just because I thought it would be a fun topic, and I do get asked a lot of questions about it as well, and I don't think there's much information on it either. So yeah, I mean, I never really scream and shout about which college I did attend, just because I wouldn't recommend the course I attended personally. It's just a case of, I don't want to give them free publicity or what, because I think they've got enough of that. Just because it wasn't made aware that it would just teach the basics, and the facilities were not what we'd expected. Now, I think a lot of the other people on the course were disappointed because they expected that at the end of it they would have received a more professional job out of it with the skills that they should have had. But it worked out for me in the end, and I say that because for a couple of reasons which I'll go into. But knowing what I know now, I still would have attended the same college, the same course and everything, and the same location, because at the end of the day, that's all where all my memories are tied up, so I wouldn't give it up for anything. And I say it worked out for me in the end because, for one, it was a one-year course, and that's all my budget would allow anyway, so yeah. Secondly, it did teach the basics, but at the end of the day, I film videos, I upload them online, and that satisfies my creative need, and that's what I was looking to get out of it anyway. So more loosely speaking, it was film studies. More specifically speaking, it was video editing. So, I mean, I don't have to wait for somebody to give me a job or, give me the authority that, yes, you can create something and this is what and when we want you to create something. So yeah, I can literally, if I want to talk about something, I can turn on my camera, upload it, there's an audience to respond back, and we can have a communication about it, a conversation about it. So yeah, it worked out for me in the end for that reason, and I have all these memories with me. So yeah, I wouldn't change it, and I don't regret it. I'm glad I did it. But yeah, I went when I had just turned 18. I think it was after a week I'd left school literally, and for a whole year I was planning it. Now, my secondary school was very snooty and pushy as to the idea of going to university, and they didn't give you any other options really for those that didn't want to go to university. Now, something, again, people ask me a lot is, when everybody is coming to the West for studies, why would you come to India when in the West the quality of education is better? Now, that's their statement, not mine. I don't know if that statement is true or not. Even if it is, I don't care, and not in an arrogant way. It's just because it wasn't applicable to me, because the idea of further education, university, 3-year courses in the UK just didn't appeal to me. Like, I went through the notions of applying, as I said, because my secondary school was very pushy towards that, so I applied to the courses. I even attended a lot of open days looking around the UK at the universities, but I wasn't feeling it. So I didn't want to waste, thousands and thousands of pounds of debt, get into thousands of pounds of debt just for something that I went to just because somebody told me that that's what the majority of people do. So the majority of people did actually go to uni in my year. I think I was one of the few people that didn't. So yeah, but I had done my research ever since I got my interest in Bollywood and learning Hindi. I was 17, so for that entire year I was doing my research. I found a course. I let everybody know that that's what I'm doing, and at first they were like, what? So I made it happen, and it wasn't a case of time passed like, oh, I could do this. I knew I did want some form of further education, just I knew it wouldn't be in the form of university or a 3-year course or anything like that. So yeah, I was of age of looking for further education. I knew I wanted some form of further education. I knew what I wanted to study, and I knew I wanted to go to India. So I kind of just put them all together, and it made sense. So yeah, as I said, I did my research. As for why did I study in India, well, I knew I wanted to go to India ever since my interest with that stuff, but I couldn't justify just going on a holiday, because for one, the expense, and secondly, it would just be a matter of 2 weeks, and then you have to go home, and 2 weeks is by no means enough time to experience all the things I wanted to experience. So, and I knew I wanted to experience life in India. And life in India versus a holiday in India is two different experiences altogether. I know, I've done both by now. So yeah, I did my research and I made it happen. So you get something a lot more out of just the studies that you're doing as well. You get to immerse yourself in the culture. That's what I wanted to do. And you wouldn't be able to immerse yourself in a culture, in a language, if you sat at home or going to uni at home. So it served me. It was the right choice for myself. The word that I would use to describe my whole experience there would be innocent. That's just a word that comes to mind. I mean, first day we met all the college hostel girls, and then next day we went to college, and I sat there quietly on my little desk and we were introducing each other and saying why we were attending the course that we were attending. And innocent, just again because, I don't know, I would wake up in the morning from the hostel, either take the college bus that they provided with the hostel, or if I was running late, I'd either hop in an auto or a rickshaw and go to college, attend my classes, meet up with my friends, have my lunch, and then at the end of the classes I'd either go to the mall, the nearest mall, so GIP in this case, or I would go back to the college hostel, either talk with my roommates or watch TV or go on Facebook or Skype with my friends back home. So yeah, that's literally the word that comes to mind, is innocent. There was definitely quite a few of, what the hell kind of moments thrown in as well, but that's the word that comes to mind, is innocent. So yeah, and one piece of advice I can give is, if you're going with the college hostel, look into the possibility of renting after you've, gone there and made a couple of friends in the college, so that you can rent together, because then you'd have more freedom. Because the thing with hostels in India, they have quite a few restrictions on them, which is in place for your safety, for example, the curfew and everything. But at the same time, you can imagine you can kind of hold your own and look after yourself. So you can allow yourself that freedom by renting out instead. The only difficulty is you may have some difficulty finding somewhere to rent, especially if you're a student and a foreigner together. Because for one, if you're a student, they kind of make the assumption that you might not necessarily pay your bills on time. And the second assumption, if you're a foreigner, they'll have all these preconceived notions of you. But still, a lot of my friends did actually find somewhere to rent, and for that reason they had a lot more freedom. So yeah, and it is something that a lot more people are considering nowadays. They're not crazy for considering it. You do get something out of it more than just the studies that you're doing. For one, immersing yourself in a culture and a language, to learn the language and the culture. That's another thing there. And yeah, you're not crazy for considering studying abroad as well. It might be the lesser done thing, but it is something to be taken seriously. So if you are considering it, obviously do your research. And this is why I'm making this video as well, because I don't think there is enough information on this. So yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. I mean, if you do have any other questions, then obviously leave them down below, and then obviously there'll be more information available as to studying in India, whether it's just people that are curious as to why, more and more people are coming to study in India, or whether you are considering it yourself. So as I said, I'll answer any questions, and I hope she's enjoying her course, because she would have started by now. If you want to see more of my videos, then don't forget to click subscribe if you're not already, because that will let you know when I post a new video. And I'm going to go now, okay? Bye.